Okay, I promised that I was going to show you guys some more samples with Xamarin, and I am going to do that. I'm going to show you the OpenGL sample. Um, but basically, the first thing I wanted to do was just show you the wide variety of things you can get from Xamarin. Um, we've got an animated clock here. If you click on each of these, you can get the source code as well as the full zip file. This one kind of shows us the time here that's doing a draw in context. You can get animating views, you can get buttons, various buttons. It's actually for a Mac. Animation for the Mac, a date picker, fire for, it's again for the Mac. I think I might be under the Mac one. I'm going to select Android on the left here. Bluetooth examples. This allows you to scan for nearby Bluetooth low energy devices and connect to them. This is a really useful tool, useful thing to be able to do. That might be something you might want to do on your project. And what I'm thinking for project, I haven't put it up yet, but what I'm thinking is basically we'll call it a mashup. And what you'll need to do is you'll need to take two examples from this sample applications list and try to combine them together. Or that's one thing you could do. Or you could take one and modify it with custom fields and that kind of thing, kind of like what I've done with the dictionary app that I just showed you. Or, for example, you could take the OpenGL thing that we're about to show now and put some text fields in it. Just something basic to make it feel kind of like your own app. In an ideal world, I think what we do is a mashup. That'll probably be what you need to do for, the full credit for the full 100% sort of on this assignment. But if you do, it'll be satisfactory. It'll be considered satisfactory if you just do a customization where you sort of put in an extra text field or something like that and submit that. So that's basically what I'm planning on writing up and having available for tomorrow. So there's Tasky you could modify. There's a phone word, which is very cross-platform compatible. Phone word's kind of a nice one to do. This allows you to basically take a kind of like the old school advertisements that used to use all words for phone numbers. It allows you to actually call a phone number, and it launches the device's calling program using those words and translates that into a number and calls it. Tip calculator might be a good one. This one, accelerometer, this is one that I considered showing, but the problem with showing this one is that you need a device to play it on, and I can't be guaranteed that everyone in the LOOC has a device. So instead of doing that, I showed the dictionary app, but this is one that could be useful for you for the purposes of the mashup assignment as well. There's some calendar stuff here. Bluetooth chat, which uses Android Level 8 SDK. Rotating cube stuff we're going to do shortly here today. And JetBoy is actually a game that you could do. You could kind of take that and modify it. Whole bunch of stuff. So here's a simple widget you could use. This is a word of day widget. That's kind of fun. Here's a snake game. So a whole bunch of stuff. Next up, I wanted to show you this GL, and I will have that project stuff up sometime today. This video is being launched on Wednesday the 21st, and that's also when the project stuff will be launched. Okay, so as far as the OpenGL program goes, it's basically just a simple viewer of an OpenGL cube. OpenGL is supported in Xamarin, which is kind of neat. It allows you to do some pretty powerful things. I'm going to just close this project here. Need to save that. I'm also going to close down my emulator here. So I've got my GL cube. This is a pretty simple app, actually. Only 2 main CS files. And I believe if I remember right, if I go to the manifest, yeah, this actually uses a fairly old API, and I think I ran it successfully with API level 8, which is what I'm going to try here. So you should go to the Xamarin site and get the GL Cube stuff and download that there. I might try to put that up on our course page as well. So here's API level 8 for platform 2.2, Android 2.2. I'm going to go ahead and start that. So that should get that going. In the background, that might take a while to load. Now we're going to go over the GL Cube activity stuff. So basically, GL Cube activity is a pretty simple setup here. We've got basically a namespace for the GL Cube. Well, actually, I should probably show it to you first, shouldn't I? Let's get that going. Not quite sure what happened to it. Okay, maybe it was API 10 that I went with. I'm going to pause this video for a moment and see what's going on. Okay, actually I'm having some issues and I need to reboot. I think that means that there's going to be an additional video because instead of stitching these videos together, I think I'll just release a third video. That means this video is going to be a pretty short one. The next video will probably be a little bit longer. So, alright, I will see you in video number 3, which will be the final video of the LOOC.